Promote your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News. Hit me, Sam Ant, at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Let's go.
Kids have you connected with? What have you done in your life? You have to know how to pick up what you've done well in your life,
Mm-hmm.
and and then you don't worry about what people say about you or what they doing or what they think, because you can't please everybody, and that's what the hip hop aura tends to present itself as when you fall into it. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I hope I answered the question right.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. You answered it honest, so it can't be more right than that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good time to transition, talking about the media and the poison and the dangers of media. And speaking about Miss Jaguar Wright. Now, obviously, for the people who are watching this, Jaguar Wright has been a recent guest on the show, a guest numerous times on the show. We like to consider her somebody we're cool with.
Yeah.
Um, to see the last couple of days and the events that have transpired are very troubling. It's very sad, and it just begs a deeper question, right?
Hmm.
Before I get deeper and we start turning this into a podcast, I'd like to ask you, how did you feel about Jaguar Wright? Because obviously, a woman in the industry, you've seen some things that you probably could expose yourself, to say the least. But what was your initial thoughts on Jaguar Wright, and what is your thoughts now on the recent ordeals and just everything in general?
Oh my God. So watching her, um it almost became like a part of media. She was a part of media, like literally a personality. Like when you see her, it's going down. um and I'm just sad that that she um allegedly that people are quick to throw people under the bus and not necessarily look at their mentality and their health issues. People don't know what be wrong with people, and watching this whole thing, I've seen all kind of pop up of podcasts and different people, and they just throwing her up underneath the bus, um and I get some of the reasoning, but at the same time, I believe she's a messenger from God. Um, I believe there's a lot of information that she says. Um, there's some truth to it. And it might not, the spirit behind it might not be right. The way it's presented might not be, the way that others may do it. And there may be a little phallus in a certain way, depending on what it is that is being shared. But I believe that there's some things, if it's nothing but you needing to think, I think what she's saying altogether is y'all stop worshiping media and stars because they're not perfect.
Right.
That's what I think altogether is what she's saying. When you look at all the podcasts, all the people she's exposing, or that she shares allegedly stories about this and that, at the end of the day, whether it's right or wrong or true or false, the bottom line is she's saying stop worshiping the stars. Come, and that's the message that I get from her. That's regardless of her health condition, mentally, regardless of the mess or if it's lies or this or that. At the end of the day, the message that I get from her is stop worshiping the stars. This is the reason why we're in the space we're in now. Everybody's fake because everybody
Yeah.
trying to be a star. They won't even take their eyelashes off. You know,
Mm.
now I was doing my podcast the other day, and I was talking about 2023. We need to be real again. On my talk
Yeah.
show, Suga T Show. So y'all, if y'all want to see it, y'all follow Suga T Official, SUGA-T Official. Follow my YouTube. But bottom line is everybody is fake. Everybody seems to want to be a star and live like one, talk like one, act like one, and they're not one. And they're just putting too much pressure on themselves. It's too much work trying to be a star. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
you know, take advantage of being normal. Relax, enjoy your family, enjoy each other, enjoy your friends, enjoy the basic things, enjoy not having to dress up every day and not having to put eyelashes on every day. Take them off sometime. you know Enjoy not having to have a big butt like Susie next door. You don't have to add a butt every time, just because you see everybody else. I mean, it's like we have become so fake. It's horrible. um and I think that that's the message that she's trying to get. And I want to say that I really like how you guys how you guys are represent. I seen a post from y'all how you guys, in a positive way, you represented her legacy. You didn't throw her under the bus, and I think that is just so good. Good job. I want to say that. So, but yeah, in terms of her, I think that's the overall message that she's trying to say. A lot of people don't understand it because they don't look in the spirit. I could see very well in the spirit, and it's just sometimes people don't know how to say things and how to get a message across, and they're just doing the best that they can, and I think that that's what she's doing is the best she can. I don't think she means any harm. I don't think she wants to hurt anybody. I think she just wants to share some truth and bring some balance and open up some eyes in the world. And I'm just praying for her health, that she be okay, and that she doesn't get in there and get attacked or, get worse with it. Allegedly they say she's, where she is. And I wish the best for her.
Let me ask you this real quick in regards to being a woman in hip hop and hearing some of the things that Jaguar Wright has exposed allegedly throughout these years. Was it almost empowering as a woman to hear some of these things, knowing that there are some things that in particular women go through in this industry that may never be known, for something like this to happen, and not to even throw out any names, and she's thrown out a ton, but was it almost gratifying as a woman to kind of hear a woman empower herself to do that? Or was it like, whoa, she's crazy, what is going on? Like, how did you take it as a woman and a pioneer in hip-hop?
Well, when it comes down to to the women, I already knew what was going on, because just being in this game for 36 years, almost 40 years, pretty much. I think it might be 38 years now, but anyway, the bottom line is almost 4 decades being in entertainment, in front and behind the scenes. We were blessed because we came in the game running our own machine, and then we was able to get the best of both worlds and was able to maintain. But I'm very aware that all kind of things, of all types of situations that happen to people, and especially women, and it was empowering, if that's what for those who didn't know. But again, I don't know how I don't know how true everything is. I don't want to appear that I'm in agreement with her truth.
Right.
I don't want that to be messy and misconstrued to the followers and the viewers out there.
Right.
What I do know is what she's trying to say.
Right. Right.
And that's real. She's trying to say, y'all stop worshiping the stars and come back to balance. And I think if there was a little more support, I kind of look at sometimes our efforts as a prophet. I mean, as a in the spiritual realm, right? So you have fivefold, right? My grandfather was a pastor, so he made me look at things a very unique and spiritual driven way. And I'm so grateful because it makes sense. It's like a fivefold ministry. You have a prophet, an evangelist, an apostle. You have the teacher, and then you have the pastor, right? So those are 5 places of different ways to narrate or to share information, or different people to reach in the way that reaches them through one of those offices. You know what I mean? Out of those 5 offices, meaning that, like, I can't reach, I'm not going to probably go out on the street and go, pick up people and take them to the homeless shelter. But what I would do is I'll teach them, I'll go teach them how to get themselves back together, and I might not be the one in there praying for them, trying to help them grow spiritually, but I can go get my pastor friend that's her strength.
Right.
But again, I know where I'm at, my place is. So sometimes because we don't have the I don't want to say wisdom, but the clarity on how things can work, where you can still get your message across, and it doesn't have to necessarily be I don't know, offensive or brutal, or you have a better chance of it being received. You need a coach. I'm a coach. You need somebody in the middle, that can give the whole picture of how to do it where it makes sense. So as a strategist, I work as a transformation, wellness, beauty coach, and as a multi-streams expert, right? So I help people turn their pain into peace, passion, prosperity, and purpose, and help them create something that can help create a business opportunity for them to make extra money and help them get to streams of income so that they can better take care of themselves and just add another stream and be realistic about it, what it is that they're adding, right? According to their custom thing that works for them. So my point of saying that is, you need an overall view. You need someone that can, can help in all the areas and give the whole thing. So when I look at myself as a strategist, as a coach, boom, all together, what she's saying is stop worshiping the entertainers because they're not perfect. And I think that's a good message because, we are following the lead. We're taking the lead away from our parents. You know what I mean? Looking at media, you got people that looked at the Desperate Housewives and they're saying, "Oh, mama, I don't like you because you ain't in no big old house like her." Not knowing that house, might have been $100,000 house in Georgia where they was filming on the outside a big mansion, and in the inside it was a shack, but it didn't look like one. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So they tend to they're seeming to take this thing and mistreat and not appreciate those that are around them, and they're missing out on a lot of game and a lot of truth, and a lot of opportunities. And I think that was the main thing that she's saying, and I vouch for that part of it for sure.
Well said.
Definitely.